these batteries do not have any markings, probably on purpose, so you do not know. So based off of that, I'm going to guess that these are probably around either 2,000 or 2,300. And they're increasing the rating to 6 amp hour to make it more marketable. And that's not good. Hey guys, this is Joeteck from JoeteckTips on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And today we're reviewing a 6 amp hour Dewalt clone battery. Now, as you know with JoeteckTips, is that I don't go by what it says on the packaging. And I'm very curious to find out what is actually inside of this thing. So let's get into that. So as with JoeteckTips, as myself, I like to take things apart. Alright, so that said, the weight of a 5 amp hour battery pack from Dewalt is 22.20 ounces. Okay, this weighs 22.20 ounces. This particular product weighs 20.89 ounces. Alright, so this is actually lighter. It says 6 amp hour right on it. So I was like, okay, so let's take it apart and find out how much the actual plastic case and screws weigh and compare that to the Dewalt. So that's what I did. So these are two empty cases. One's the clone, one's the actual Dewalt product itself. So we did that. So each case weighs, this one weighs 3.63 ounces, and this one weighs 4.58 ounces. So this is heavier than this one. Okay, that's great. So now we subtract that from each. The battery only for the Dewalt is 17.65 ounces, and the clone is 17.29 ounces. And you're probably saying, Joe, what the hell are you doing? Why are you taking these things apart? Well, because I want to make sure that we're comparing apples to apples, or in this case, apples to oranges. But it seems like we're actually comparing apples to apples. So, that said, if I held up the two battery packs and I did take them apart, both of them are actually taken apart. One is a Dewalt and one is the clone. And you really probably can't tell by looking at it which one is the clone and which one is the actual product. Now, I'm very impressed with Dewalt because they actually used Samsung cells. And each pack uses an 18650 battery, 3.7 volt lithium battery. The voltage ranges between 3.5 and 3.7. Okay, depends how it's shipped. It's supposed to be shipped discharged. That's how it's supposed to be, just so you know. These are in series parallel. Each bank of 5 batteries is the first set. Okay, so there's 2 banks of 5, which increases the amp hour. So the single battery is most important, knowing what the battery capacity is. But since I have no idea what the marking is of this one, which by the way is the clone, these are INR 18650-25R, meaning that these are 2,500 milliamps apiece, stating that this is a 5 amp hour battery. 2,500 times 2 is 5,000 milliamp hours. So this is a 5 amp hour battery. This is exactly what it's supposed to be. These batteries do not have any markings, probably on purpose, so you do not know. So based off of that, I'm going to guess that these are probably around either 2,000 or 2,300. And they're increasing the rating to 6 amp hour to make it more marketable. And that's not good. The wiring of this product, the clone, is actually very impressive. It's completely different than the Dewalt. And the Dewalt looks actually cheaply made in terms of soldering and welding and stuff together versus the clone. So I'm confused. So there are balance wires on this, and you can individually charge or check the voltages of each individual cell or package here, because they're actually balanced. This is for balanced charging. You're going to wonder, like, why is there 5 connections on this? because each one has a balanced charge, so it doesn't explode. Because you need, for lithium ion, you need a smart charger. Okay, so that's what you need for this, and there are additional wires going to each section of the negative and positives for a smart charge, and that's what that's about. So, and the battery voltage on these are a little bit over 20 volts. Cool, right? So this is quite impressive. So we're going to test the technology of this battery to make sure it actually does what it says. Just because I got it for free doesn't mean it's going to get a good review. So right now it's not looking so good, because right now they're lying, and it's not a 6 amp hour battery. I could almost guarantee it's probably 3.6 amp hour battery, but I'm going to kind of push towards 4. Because since I do not know what the amp hour battery, what the capacity of these batteries are, unless I completely take it apart, rip the tabs off and take the batteries out, I'm not going to know. So that's why we're going to use an LED light to determine what it can do. So what makes this review unique is that just because it says 6 amp hour doesn't mean it is. So the labeling, like this says it's 5,000 milliamp battery. It's not. It's probably 1,500 because it's so light. It weighs nothing. It's like 1.5 ounces. This is a 1,800 milliamp hour battery, and it weighs a heck of a lot more than that. It's ridiculous. So just because it says it doesn't mean it is. And that's the reason why we did this test, because not everyone is going to go into grave detail and give you this kind of data. I've been doing this a long time, and I don't like when customers get screwed because the manufacturer is lying. So I'm going to cross this out and put 3.5. So the cost of, so this is $80 for 2. All right, it works. It does what it's supposed, but it only works a little bit better than a 3 amp hour battery. This is like $90 by itself. So is it worth it to get 2 for 80 versus 1 for 90? You know, it's, even though it says 6, it's really 3.5. So technically getting 2 3.5s for the price of 1 3. You know what? It's a hard sell for me because I always buy Dewalt. Look how many, I got so many batteries. I got 13 of them. I got 2 amp hour, 1.5, 3, 4, 2 5s. Now I got 2 3.5s. These are not really, like I said, 6. But anyway, you guys get the gist of it. And I'll do a review on this work light. It's pretty amazing. I bought it specifically for this review, for reviewing the battery. But we'll do a review on this. It's kind of cool because it offers USB on the side, so you can plug this in and then use this as a work light and something to charge. Perfect for camping. You can hang, You know what the hell, I throw this in the link as well in the description if you want to buy it, because I added it to this review. But great product. It's not even Dewalt. It looks like it, but it's not. Very rigid, strong, metal, aluminum, big lights. Lasts a long time. You saw it. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Take care, and we'll see you next time.